T side is when he comes alive. He's not comfortable just sitting on a side, waiting for the fight to come to him. He likes taking the fight to his opposition. On the T side, complete flip around from him, right? He was the spear point, so to speak, of this comeback from Eternal Fire. So for him to be fired up like this, suddenly now I'm starting to believe that it's Eternal Fire. You know, if they had any doubts about a newbie sitting on the stage and performing, even though this was a loss, they believe they can get it done.
And this is a beautiful graphic. We have to address this. We didn't have time coming into the game. Eternal Fire is actually on their CT side the worst team in the entire tournament at finding their opening kills. You look at a 47.9% rough. You know, that's a bit rough. You know, out of all 16 teams we've seen so far, they've been the worst. On the other side, on their T side, they're the team with the best opening kill percentage. So it's two different worlds.
The fuck is happening?
We saw that in this game. The T side entries, the T side play, absolutely fantastic. It's on their CT side they're struggling. So we bought into that storyline and we got exactly that showcased in this game.
Yeah, that's why we've been calling them the irresistible force all this time. Now, you know what else is irresistible?
Ooh, I can take a guess.
Yeah, I mean, you might. We've done this before.
It's the Displate, huh?
Yeah, our friends Displate, who obviously are sponsoring the tournament, do just want to say, obviously, as well, if you have any doubts about being able to mount these, you don't need any tools. It's all done by magnets.
How do they work?
I don't know. Never figured that out for myself. But if you go to displate.com/PGL, they've even put the discount up for everybody from there. 200 officially licensed artworks and obviously officially licensed Counter-Strike artwork as well. If you buy 2, you now get 30% off. And if you buy 3 or more, you get 36% off. So great deals there, and thanks very much to Display. So we go from red hot deals to the matter of Inferno. Yes. Let's talk about it, guys. Obviously, it's a map that has changed a lot with the changes to it. So whose strengths do you think it plays to here? Because we've seen both of these teams on this map right now, and the nature of the map means the head-to-heads are always going to be close anyway.
I think it's a map where, like, I expect Eternal Fire to pick it, right? They've taken out teams like Vitality, like even Virtus Pro in a battle of attrition. I think they're very, very good. The fundamentals are very, very solid.
The hell?
Weaknesses which I feel other teams haven't been able to exploit. The CD side in particular, they play very heavy towards me early on. They go for the usual, the phase meta smoke, so to speak. And one thing we saw VP never try was go for a faster hit towards A on any of the half buys. So Eternal Fire basically were having full control of the map, and VP, because of how slow they were able to just outread them time and time again. Na'Vi, 100% sure, would have done their homework. So I'm expecting Na'Vi to be a little bit more fast-paced, a little bit more disruptive, and I don't think it's going to be as easy. But that being said, Eternal Fire, I think Inferno is the best map right now, honestly, apart from Vertigo, right? So Vertigo getting banned out. I still believe Eternal Fire is going to take this to map number 3, especially because, for me, EF's biggest weakness is a mental, just being fragile mentally.
Sure.
But that comeback right there, even though they lost, it should give them belief that, yo, we can get this one time.
If there's one thing we know for sure, it's Blade always coming in well prepared, especially with Alexi B as well. And we have seen 2 teams who throughout the tournament have been significantly better on their T side than they have on their CT side. So that's what I'm looking towards. Na'Vi on the T side, are they able to play fast-paced Counter-Strike? Are they able to find loopholes within that defense of EF, which we have seen have been fragile throughout the tournament? Whereas for EF, the way they beat Vitality, the way they beat FaZe, the way they beat some of these big teams at the tournament was by controlling the pace on the T side, was by going into 3v3 scenarios, 4v4 scenarios, and outcalling Kerrigan, outcalling Apex, actually playing them as were they puppets in the game. So I'm looking towards EF and the T side to be the strength, and then I hope they figured out the CT side. Good thing for them is Santeras always shows up on the CT side Inferno, so he's going to be bad.
Well, just holding that thought about T-sides, let's talk about Na'Vi. Just had a pretty, decent T-side. We saw Imma get activated as well. We highlighted it in the pre-show. Imma, can he go and get those entries? Can he start producing the numbers again? The good news is he looked like the player, 70% of the player he was in Paris. And obviously, this is a map that you've got to have those entries. You've got to have that strong T side.
Let's fucking
go.
Can
you take a wild guess? What map do you think Imma has the best statistics on?
Well, this is kind of why I was asking the question.
There we go. It's going to be Inferno, right?
Yeah.
That's the one map where he's activated. That's the one map where he feels comfortable. So yes, I'm looking towards
We
Imma.
need Eternal to pop the fuck off, boys.
On Inferno, I know Bit have struggled a little bit to find consistency within Na'Vi.
It looked rough here on this map.
It looked a little bit rough, but Inferno is usually his playground. It's also a map that Na'Vi had a period where they would actually pick into Inferno against other teams. So I agree with you. It's EF absolute best map. We've seen
Eternal
them play
needs to
fantastic
pop off,
especially against Vitality in the group stage. But Na'Vi are no slouts.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, just quickly, we are going to come back and break it down a little bit more. But Parla's down there with a fan, so get the swear beat button ready, I predict.
Richard, I tell you what, I am a fan of this one. Everyone, give it up for one of the best to ever do it. It's Alex Machine Richardson! Alex, quick thoughts. What did you think about map 1? Did you think EF let it go?
Oh man, it was a great game. To be honest, I thought it was just going to be a Na'Vi trouncing with the way that started. It was cool to see the resilience from EF and from Maja. But I mean, the better team won. It was an I'm glad it went OT. All of the games are delivering, and the crowd, the energy today. You guys are giving it. Amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alex, what's happening on map 2? Did EF bounce back or are Na'Vi taking it into?
Let's go.
I don't know, Pilot. Let's ask the crowd. Guys, is it going to go map 3?
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, brother. Anything else that you'd like to say before I let you go?
Shout out to the Roaring Bears drum section. They are killing it. They're keeping the rhythm, they're keeping the energy, loving the drums.
Everyone in here is absolutely killing it. Let me hear you. Copenhagen, make some noise! Richard, back to you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good to see Alex down there with the drums. You know, all still mates. That's the main thing.
He does like the drums, I'll tell you that. But here's the thing with Inferno, just heading back to quickly, just kind of wrapping up the conversation, the CD side, right? I feel like the CD side...
Eternal Fire, you better not fucking sell me.
A-bomb side. We know Eternal Fire, they like really
I swear to
slowing things
God.
down, heading towards the A-bomb side, and that's where it's going to be Imma playing. Now, we know he can be good, but the CD side is where he struggles. He struggled in Mirage as well. If he doesn't deliver as a rifler, all the way it's going to come down in bit and wonderful. And I don't think that's going to be enough. We need all 3 players activated, or else I just see map number 3 coming up here.
I think it's going to be a game between Major and LXCB again. It's going to be who have the better T side, who can obviously shut down on the CT side as well. But we've seen 2 in-game leaders that throughout the tournament have been able to inspire their team, have been able to dictate the pace in that T side, especially on Inferno as well. As I said, the way they beat Vitality, making Apex look like he couldn't figure out any solutions on the fly whatsoever. That's the EF I want to see. If they can pull off a replica of that performance, I think we're going to a 3rd.
Well, let's check in with the star players, extend that thought a little bit. We've still got a little bit of time on the clock to talk. So, Woxic and Xantares, obviously we know vitally important for Eternal Fire prospects here. What did you make of them on the first round?
I mean, obviously Wonderful had a fantastic showing. He was dominating the game the first 24 rounds. It almost felt a little bit disjustice to him that he wouldn't win the game. You know, they were so close losing after him pulling off, was it a 26-9 scoreline? At the moment, they were down 12-10. Whereas for Voxic, he came alive in overtime, had a couple of impactful moments, but didn't really show up in the way that we want to. Good thing for Voxic. Inferno, it's a map you can get by with playing fire rifles. It's a map where the AWP doesn't necessarily have to be the difference maker on the server, so he can kind of hide away a little bit more. But one thing that goes super underrated for Wonderful, one thing we saw in the highlight packets as well, he's good with the rifle. You know, we're comparing him to Simple, we're saying he's a great upper, but he also shows up with the rifle. He's not, you know, not versatile as some may describe him. He's very versatile, and he's shown that time and time again.
Yeah, he's going to be finding that impact on the T side as well. Right?
Everybody.
Even if it's a bit of a half round, you have 80-47s, he's finding even more impact than Woxic is. I think, honest to God, the fair comparison for me would actually be
Let's
Xantares
get this shit,
and
Eternal.
Wonderful
Come
on.
on.
Even though they play different roles, so to speak, because Xantares is looking at
We need to lock it in,
again,
Eternal.
He did wake up at the very end of that game, so he's going to be finding that mad impact. And likewise, I feel Wonderful is going to be doing a lot
We need
of
to lock it in.
on that CT side in particular.
Let's go.
Yeah, and uncharted territory as well. It's like Eternal Fire. The worry
Send
for me
Alexi
always
B
is when
home.
we get to these series,
Come on.
If they have a victory
Let's
taken away
go.
from them, they get within touching distance of it. You know, what is it going to do in the camp? Because we've seen that.
Come
it
on,
can get
brother.
A little bit testy, a little bit fiery. And Madja is constantly.
We gotta get hype. We gotta get hype. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
And bring people back to be
Welcome to the Come
But we saw
Zone.
this against VP. They got absolutely smacked in overpass. I think the scoreline was 6-13 against VP. And
We locked in.
Inferno just completely ran over James.
We're locked in.
Right? So they have faced that test and passed it with flying colors, but this is the playoffs. This is the arena. It's yet another bigger test here. And we're going to be finding out very quickly.
And honestly, we can't forget it. As I said, it was one duel between Madja and LXCB on Mirage that was taking the fantastic comeback away from them. Otherwise, the storyline would have been different. The narrative would have been different. It would be EF winning the map pick of Na'Vi, and we would be praising them right now, saying that Inferno is a map that is laying to their right foot. They just have to kick it in right, and that's it. A 2-0 for EF. So this is a very competitive game.
Everybody.
It's 2 in-game leaders who so far has done a tremendously great job job.
Fuck
And I will say,
Navi.
Matcha continued to perform on
I would
the
go
as
for
well.
Navi
We said he was
if
overperforming
Simple
at the
still
elimination
played.
stage. We said he was overperforming at the RMR. Maybe he's just become a better Counter-Strike player than we initially thought, because he's consistently delivering on the fracking department.
That was going to be my final point, guys. It's like, look, Alexi B, you know, he's about where an IGL should be, you know, stats-wise, performance-wise. What's blown me away this tournament is, this is Match's best tournament. This is like the best I've ever seen him play.
Yes.
He's found a level that I didn't think was possible for an IGL who's like 33 years old. And now he is dragging his teammates, which are meant to be the stars, meant to be the future. He's dragging
Everybody.
a series like this. Could he
Something
be the X
about
factor
some
here?
Navi.
100%, because I keep talking about the mentality when it comes to this particular team. And he is the calming factor. He's the father. He's the captain of that ship. He keeps writing it time and time again. And also just looking at the history of this guy, he was playing professional
Suck my
Counter-Strike when
pee-pee.
Alexi was 10 years old. Like, this guy's been around the block for a long while. He's retired, come back again, been through this eternally revolving door of Turkish Counter-Strike. But finally, he's found his crewmen, the right crewmates to work with. And I feel he is indeed going to be the captain that
I'm a
steers the
singer.
ship to map number
It's what
10.
I
want him
do.
to be the guy
Alright.
who inspires them with his calling
Alright.
in the fracking department. Of course, it's nice if he can keep it up. He's been playing
Let's start this
fantastically well, but
fucking
you're still looking
game.
towards your Voxic, your Santeras, your Ykadias. Those
Let's
three are supposed to be
go.
your hard hitters. If Magic can chime in once in a while,
Let's
that's great.
go.
But if you win the major, if you want to beat Navi on
We're
2
here.
laps in a row now, you gotta look
We're
at his
here.
Yeah, well,
They keep adding more fucking time onto the clock.
So we've got a little bit more time.
Well, I got one for you. You know, we were talking about Voxic.
Yeah.
And we were talking about him
Jeez.
being the difference maker. He's the highest rated player for the team on the T side. Sorry, on the CT side. He's the one finding the impact. He's the one shutting down bomb sites. And he's the lowest rated player for the
Jeez.
team on the T side. So you're looking towards Voxic,
Making me
finding all his
fucking
impact
wait,
on the
bro.
CT side and struggling on the T side. And it goes into the conversation we had about Wonderful as well. If you, as an AWP player, is not as versatile with your rifle, you will often find yourself
Making
on the T
me
side
wait.
struggling a little bit when you don't have the AWP at hand. Whereas for Wonderful, I expect him to show up regardless of him having the AWP or the rifle. So I'm looking towards that matchup. I'm looking towards Voxic. I'm looking towards Wonderful. And I'm curious to see who's going to win that duel.
And we even prefaced this first map saying that if Voxic has a bit of a quiet start, he does take a while to really wrap up, and we saw that as well, right? That first half was missing alongside, well, to be honest, the rest of his team as well. But you're looking at a map like Mirage, when he had his AWP, and he did have multiple opportunities to wheel that AWP.
I'm
Wasn't really getting much done. But you switch up to the T
alive.
side, some of this round, some really nutty shots coming out from him. So
Damn,
if he
you
gets
must wanna
activated
die
from the get-go,
tonight.
trust me, they're all warmed up right now. We're in for a nice one here, Richard.
Yeah, well, I have my worries. I do have my worries. The thing, as I said earlier, with Voxic is...
Rocket
he did
choker
come
with a
across little bit that he wasn't
45.
in the series to the degree you would want, and it took other players to get the comeback snowballing, you know, so he could get activated.
Damn,
so
you
hoping
wanna
Nate is able to do
deny.
something, you know, with that mentality, because right now, his team...
Let me
absolutely
guess,
do
you're
need
my
They
biggest
do, they do,
fan,
and I think for me,
right?
It's very important that all the players are showing up right now. It's Inferno. It's a map where you can hide your weak link. You have your pit players. You have your A players as well. There's no hiding on that CT side. We always talk about the phrase that you're good for 2
Damn,
kills. Well,
bitch.
if you're a defender on Inferno, if you can get a multi-kill, if you can get a double kill, you put your teammates in such a glorious position.
Damn,
in order
damn,
to do
damn,
the
damn.
retakes. If Voxic is
Come
not showing
on,
up,
bro.
EF is going to struggle.
Right, some final thoughts
Inferno,
and then we are
Eternal
actually getting into
Fire.
the game now.
No, I'm just
It's
expecting
part of
Malcolm
your
to come back
name.
and tell us
Lock
how
it the
they're gonna take
fuck
this.
in. Let's
Okay,
go.
Listen, predictions haven't been great so far on this desk, but I can see we are now ready to get into the second map. It is going to be Inferno. It's going to be Eternal Fire.
About
It's gonna be
fucking
Navi.
time.
Will it be a classic? Let's find out with Anders and Henry G.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PGL CS2 Major, live and direct from Copenhagen. We move on to the second map.
Here we
The pick of the Turkish
go.
squad, Eternal Fire, and they have looked fantastic on this one, Anders. Throughout this tournament, they've taken huge scalps. 13-10 against Team Vitality, 13-7 against VP, with Maja dominating the scoreboard throughout. They can bounce back and take us to a third
Eternal's
map.
map pick. Come on, Eternal. We're locked in. They're going terrorist side first. Get my fucking mouse off my screen now. Okay. They're on T side, Inferno. Not my favorite at all. I don't like this map. And I especially don't like T side on this map. It's not a good time.
So watch out for that
Not a good
combination
time at all.
if the bomb does get planted.
It's hard to get into the sites on T side.
It took him a good 10 rounds to wake up, and Mirage, what a showing it was once he arrived. But they need him from the get-go here on the T side of Inferno.
They don't have anyone holding mid.
Bear in mind, Eternal Fire won both pistols on that
They're
first map
four
as well.
stacking.
Hunting for that burst, and it's another headshot.
Wow.
Right to the dome. Madja, the one to inflict that damage. He knows he's got the
Wow,
advantage here.
this
And JL is
Wonderful's
scrambling.
rotating.
Early,
Yeah,
just
they're all
about
gonna.
time
Oh
to stay
no!
as the rotations come through.
The smoke
Oh god.
it landed on the roof.
Oh no.
CT spawn isn't
way.
smoked off. Yes,
Yeah,
it
this
did.
is not good.
Oh man, that might be a bit of a mess up here. Imma charging from the back and
This
landing
is
a
not
headshot
good
on
right
Na'Vi.
now.
This is a great start for Na'Vi. Calix getting overwhelmed. The bomb not even planted at the moment. They're in trouble, but there's
fighting
life
back.
still. Eternal Fire not looking to give up the round just yet. The battle.
Wow.
A shot from Bit will take down Wakadia.
That was not a
One more
good play.
time. It is on the captain of the team. Oh, he stood still.
Where's he going to go?
Trying to
10
dodge
seconds.
it, only 9 seconds
What are you
left.
doing?
He's back in his shot. What a
Wow.
round. The chaos has arrived in Copenhagen.
That
Wow.
is not the way we wanted to kick things off here. Who was responsible for that absolute disaster? Missing the smoke in CT spawn? I've not seen it at this level, especially not in a quarter-final on your map pick. That's a disaster, a meltdown. They did very well to even make the round close. There was a conversation that Magic could win that one. But that's a catastrophe. Na'Vi can't believe their luck. It was GM
Wow.
that got sniped at the start of the round down to 10 HP and somehow lives to tell the tale. They will win the round, and it's going to be
Let's
a force
lock in.
buy. You do not see this too often, Anders. Normally need the bomb plant to justify this force buy. Like, it can work. It's off meta. You're going with the Tech 9s, the Mac 10s, you're going to go for some basic map control here and then try and execute. And I say that with bated breath. Normally focusing towards the apartments, you try and get 3 players towards the end, smoke moto, flash over, and see what can be done. Very difficult round to win. And it could open the floodgates for Na'Vi here. That is a nightmare way to kick things off. A missed smoke. The most standard smoke of them all as well. The one for CT spawn.
Yeah, and the issue is it's even possible that Imma flanking them is partly helped by the smoke because suddenly everyone is looking at that huge gap towards CT spawn and nobody's thinking about the early flank here. Okay, now this is a little bit interesting.
Good
Swapping
kill.
out the Mac 10 for the M4, but wonderful. The timing, it could hardly have been better there. He's going to find the 1 kill. We'll spot out one more player with the Deagle. That was the bomb as well. Imagine if he would have found that. The round might have been over, but suddenly a 3 versus 3, and they're in CT spawn.
Pretty massive smoke from Alexi B. He has locked them in towards the aforementioned CT spawn. This round on a knife's edge, though, can Bit work this one. Oh, he's been spotted. He's been spotted. Down he goes.
Oh my.
Oh, no.
Bro, bout whiffed that.
He'll find the kill. It looks like Eternal Fire are going to bounce back from the pistol.
That dude
blunder.
bout whiffed that.
Last player remaining in towards CT spawn will be dropped by JL. And there is a fighting chance. It's not over just yet. Alexander 2 points of health. Zantares, he's got 4 health and now the M4. That smoke, though, makes things very uncomfortable, but it's pretty shambolic in terms of his positioning.
I said he is. He snuck right through. There is a kid somewhere, but I don't think JL has the time to find it. He's going to have to try and find the kills instead. He'll get the first one, taps the bomb, but 10 seconds in the
Bro,
is a
there ain't no fucking
long
way.
time to be sat with your back turned towards the pit. Santaris comes out. Oh, my God.
There ain't no way.
He has it.
Time to kill is so short. He finds 4 kills in the round, but I think you're right, Henry. The time should be running out. Here it is.
Holy shit.
My God. It's down to the last possible second.
Wow.
Back-to-back collapse for Eternal Fire. There is no way they should be giving that situation up. Who are throwing
Wow.
the smoke? What is that moto smoke about? The
I
huge
don't know.
gap.
Yes.
He's given him so much room to work with. He can work his way towards the bomb site, find an elevated position. That is an absolute horror show for Eternal Fire. Back-to-back missed smokes. They're costing the round. Imagine knows it as well. How have you lost that one? The 10-second defuse. Zantares doubted himself. He didn't have vision on the bomb.
Yeah.
It's planted in the worst possible spot, but they did get the bomb planted. They'll have to move on, pick themselves up and dust themselves down here. They'll force by into round number 3. 2-0. Money's on a knife's edge for both teams here. It's not the worst outcome in the world, I suppose, those bombs being planted, but my God. Hard work for the Turks.
Yeah, my pick'ems are fucked.
It's not even it's not the rounds, it's the It's the impact
My
that it has on the
pick'ems
team.
are
knowing,
fucked.
God, we could have maybe won the pistol. And
They
we
should have won the pistol.
Definitely won.
Should
the
have won that
round.
second round force buy as well, which is arguably better than winning the pistol.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's gone away as well. They still have a fighting chance here. They've got to keep their heads held high. 5 players making their way towards A. We talk about his strategy, Anders. The flashbangs will come out of the apartments momentarily, but a very strong incendiary. Towards their efforts, they'll have to consider a different position here. They might have to go back towards Banana. They'll hold on. They have 1 flash remaining. The smokes are yet to be deployed, I suppose. 40 seconds.
I expect Majum, he might just try and smoke off this part of the map and then go back and throw the
Damn,
flash from
bitch,
middle.
you must wanna fuck
Yeah,
tonight.
they've got 1 flash though. That's the problem. Sure, they can smoke Moto. That's no problem.
Yeah, that's that smoke down.
So now it's just 1 flash to try and get 3 players out. Here's the flash. It's going to have to be a hell of a flashbang. Bits, one of the best pit positions. Oh, players, I should say. He only gets a bit of damage inflicted, and Wonderful starting to light them up.
Just at 6 bullets left. It's not going to be enough. 12 seconds on the clock, and they are going to be able to plant the bomb once again. Great work for Eternal Fire. What did they have? A couple of smokes, 1 flashbang that didn't even hit that much, but they enter into the bomb. So it's very tricky when you've got that hit and A-site crossfire. They broke it wide open.
Can't believe Bit didn't even get a frag there. It looked like he was guaranteed a couple. Once you see that flashbang coming through, it's pretty telegraphed what they're up against, but Eternal Fire keep their head above water here.
Well, this is huge, right?
That's massive.
Look at the money on Na'Vi, or the lack of money, really.
And yeah, they only get $1,400 on top of the little they have right now. They have to save these 2 weapons. Wasn't a comfortable round, but Eternal Fire will find their first hit on the T side of Inferno as their map pick, and 3 survive as well. Bit had to find at least 1. He gets absolutely nothing for his troubles there. This could be a tactical timeout. It's a very problematic scenario now for Na'Vi. Funds are running incredibly low.
Let's go.
We'll have a look at the overall complexion of the buy. I assume they're going all in here. So we'll see MP9's 5-7 for Alexi B. They've got a defuse kit and basic utility as well. Round 4, a very important one, a very difficult round for Na'Vi to try and bring in their favor. Eternal Fire have got a huge advantage here, and they've looked like the better squad in these rounds. Just at the final hurdle,
yes,
they collapse, but finding some decent form in round number 3 has set themselves up. Utility, a lot of damage inflicted towards JL.
Lock it in, yeah.
Forced off the angle.
Well, and if you're Eternal Fire, why would you do anything other than play this round slowly? You know that Na'Vi are not going to have that much money. They're not going to have many grenades. If you force a couple of them out early, so much the better for when you actually do go for the execute. And that's very, very textbook Counter-Strike that they're playing at the moment, and for good reason.
Trying to get that basic mid control now. Pop flash to enable.
Forcing out more smokes.
Oh, you're right. So Zantares with some nice mid control here. Smoke down towards Moto again. Same strategy, Anders, but Zantares tipping the spear, opens things up, and Wonderful winning multiple frags once again. Controls the Famous. Fantastic work, but not quite enough. It's still a 3-on-3 and a heavy advantage for Eternal Fire as they plant the bomb.
Major didn't actually see that. He has no idea that someone's walked past, so it could be a real surprise here, though. They are acting like someone might be there. Major catching the rotation. This round is on Imma. He basically has to take a step forward and get a very fast double kill for this to even be possible at this stage. There's the one, but shot in the back by Calix in the pit. And that should be the round here. As long as Major's alive, I don't think JL could do much of anything.
I think you might be right there. Nice work. Major. He's always in the backlines. He's always so frustrating to play against. And once again, secures the round, secures the kill. We're all tied up. And Na'Vi looking down the barrel of a full eco at this stage. Great recovery once again. This time much earlier on. Bear in mind they went down 9-3 in the first half of Mirage. It took them so long to find some initial form. They're actually bouncing back and looking to take the lead here. Almost guaranteed to win this follow-up round.
Well, look at this. We've got some real Turkish representation here in the crowd. I love seeing that. They are ready and cheering.
From what I heard, they sold out like 5,000 tickets to watch parties across like Istanbul and major cities in Turkey as well. So yeah, this is amazing for the Turkish scene. The deepest run they've ever made at the major.
Yes, sir.
Top 8. And now
lock in
with the lead.
They're on a full save, bro.
This
full
particular
eco.
round, it was nothing purchased by Na'Vi. They had to take the full eco here. It's Zeus for Imma. They've had some uncomfortable
They're on
rounds.
full
Eternal
eco.
Fire,
You
but
guys
they are in
gotta
full
win this.
control of this stage.
Careful now.
Take the lead.
You don't want to get sapped at the corner.
Could happen.
Yeah, very well could happen. It is just a map 10, but still, always a bit of.
Take the
Let's see whenever
lead,
those kills
coach.
come through. This time, they have in fact landed a smoke at CT spawn, so everyone is excited about that. And they're going to get around here, getting the bomb plant down. There should be no way to lose this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. There's no real reason to save the Mac 10, unfortunately. You might as well try and farm some money with it. Every kill with that particular weapon gets you $600. A little bit of a dink there, but not much damage inflicted towards Antares, down to 83. And yeah, just going to try and lock them in towards a B bomb site, but as mentioned, it's a bit of a gimme round. Eternal Fire will find their third here. As Na'Vi just look for the exits. Is there anything left to be said? Good smoke to allow the exit.
Good round.
Antares is looking above that smoke. He knows his kills on the other side. Jumping at the bit to get stuck in. Good flashbang with the CTs, but just don't have the firepower to really deal with this one.
Good round.
Complete mop up.
Well done.
Took the lead. Took the lead. Let's go.
No kids.
Let's go. Let's go. Took the lead.
Go 3-2. Bear in mind, this is where Eternal Fire done some of their best work.
We like to see that.
Just had some of his career best performances at this major.
They look very confident right now. They look like they know exactly what they're doing. Well, it might be worth highlighting, Henry, if there are any new
We like
viewers
to
out
see
there
that.
brand new to Counter-Strike watching for the first time.
That's what we
Really
like
just
to
taking
see.
this Inferno from all of the
Took
maps
the
that
lead.
they had.
Eternal
Basically,
Fire's up
two of the
3-2
bomb sites here
right
that are
now,
hardest
boys.
to retake, both on A and B. So once the bomb goes down,
This is their map
you assume
pick,
that Na'Vi
so
on the CT side are in a lot of trouble almost every single time. It's
if
just so
Eternal
tricky.
loses this
Now they're
game,
calling a timeout. They don't
my
like the way
picks
this is
are
shaping up, and
done.
I can't really blame them for it.
my pick'ems are
Eternal Fire
fucked.
absolutely locked in and ready to try and take this to
100%.
the third map.
Oh, they absolutely do.
100% fucked.
After a real terrible situation, like losing that pistol in the second round, force fires.
Absolutely crazy.
3 in a row. A weak buy still. For
A
Na'Vi.
nuke decider is wild as well,
Enough
so
to be comfortable here. 2 MP9s in the hands of
let's
JL
see
and
Eternal pull it in,
Fours.
get the dub
Have
here,
a single kit to work with here as well, but it kind of is one of those rounds you need to play with it.
and then take the decider.
Some sort of aggression required. Maybe a
And my
two-round setup
pick'ems
performance, but it's gonna be
are
walks
still
up
alive.
quickly.
I can at least get the gold coin.
Antares, and another cracking headshot to open things up. Finds Alexi B on the other side, but so much
I can
damage has
at
been inflicted.
least,
JL heard that.
at
Sims close,
least
fall
get
back
the
through
gold
smoke.
coin.
27 HP on Antares, 30 for Woxic. He could get a double spray down here, and it all starts here though. Maja managing to tuck himself in,
Look at the
avoiding the
position.
bullets.
Look at Na'Vi rotating 3 people to the B bomb side. That's pretty aggressive, and now, yeah, they're just
Yeah,
stomping
what?
their way back through CT spawn, trying to get here. They're worried that there's going to be an execute before they even show up.
Yeah.
Towards Arch and Library. And it's going to be the A finish here, the bomb. making
Let's
its way
go.
towards the arch side itself.
Get the
JL
bomb
has
down.
no vision. He's going to try and flash in Emma here. It's going to have
They
to be
cannot
one
get
more
into
flash
sight.
It's
Look at this.
an awful
Look at this.
double
This is what I'm saying.
as Na'Vi take the man advantage
Crazy,
with this
bro.
desperate buy.
That was a god-tier flashbang, and it might have given them the round. There's still 40 seconds left, and Bit playing on the ledge. He gets taken down. Lacardia. It's a very good little spray to come through. Imma keeps it
Oh
going.
my God.
Landing a third kill for himself, and wonderful would clean up the round.
Crazy.
Na'Vi, very important round here.
Crazy.
I'm not sure what's up with Bit, Anders. Like, he was pretty much non-existent on Mirage. He dropped a 0.8 rating there. Like Alexi B, who looked like he was doing nothing on the map. Bit was actually beneath him, and now this A-side hold from himself.
Man.
It's not looking amazing. His teammates are going above and beyond. Great synergy, but yeah, Bit can't find any footing
Man.
whatsoever. The absolute best pit players
Yes.
of CSGO history.
I was going to say, that's
Ah.
kind of carved out a name for himself.
Come
at the
on,
beginning,
brother.
right?
He's
Now
having a
that-
rough ride out there.
Look at that.
Come
deep smoke in
on.
the middle for the CT side. Na'Vi really putting pressure here on Eternal Fire, but
God damn.
beating it. My God, he just walked straight through, saying, "All right, you might have thrown that deep smoke, but we're not going to read it like a push.
Come
Calling a
on.
bluff on this one." That kind of forces Na'Vi a little bit back.
Eternal
I do like
Fire.
that smoke though. That's a you can
Let's
put a lot
go.
of pressure on second mid if you actually push forward.
You can see they're not comfortable whatsoever. Lost control of Banana, resetting the round.
Banana.
Smoke towards Arch side, I assume that's going. And it's going to be a B finish here, Anders. They have nothing. And
Banana.
we're talking middle apartments. It's going to have to be a B execution. Alexi beats the fence.
Banana.
JL JL there with him as well. Nice HE grenade. He bounced off the corner to do some significant damage. Over 100 it seems.
Banana.
Go towards B. Weakened up. And it's going to be JL with a bit of a shooting gallery available to him, but he burns away.
He kept burning.
Banana. Banana.
Wonderful.
Banana.
He gets the last second headshot. Takes down Woxic.
This is not looking too good, boys.
Back to the bomb site. If you just get one more kill, this round is pretty much already done.
This is not looking too hot.
Takes down Emma. He leaves bits.
Not looking too hot here.
The difficulty of retaking these bomb sites not to be underestimated. He blows open the smoke, clears it, but there's no one on the other side to receive, and now he's in trouble. Trying to flash his way
We need to lock
through.
in.
Already low on health, and they have found him. Calyx
Locked in.
with an amazing round. 4 kills to save Eternal
Locked
Fire
in.
once again.
Na'Vi can't believe what has happened there. I can't believe it, Anders. They did so much damage. You knew exactly what was going on. JL.
Hold on. Your boy needs a little lunch snack.
He realize he's burning at the top of the coffins there. It's a perfectly placed Molotov. He goes down with just the one, and then pandemonium ensues at that stage. It's a massive round for Eternal Fire to steal away. Na'Vi are thrown into an equal spiraling here on the CT side. It's 4-3 as JL once again taking significant damage from the Molotov at the start of the round. It's barely a partial buy. Call this one an eco. They've got some upgraded pistols, and wonderful. He's only good for the one here. Should be the double kill for Eternal Fire in general. Stretching their legs here on the T side of Inferno. Back and forth we go, but it's man advantage, presumably round one. One player remaining, that's JL. Nothing he can do about this one. 5 rounds locked in.
Well, you know what? Eternal Fire might have lost the first 2 rounds of this half in a pretty miserable way, but that last round for Na'Vi, that was locked in. It looked like 2 versus 3. Backup was coming, but Calyx the one to step it up. 4 kills in that round, 9 in total now that he's taken down another one in this one. And a 5-3 lead on the T side of Inferno Henry. This is shaping up to be a really beautiful start for Eternal Fire. The dreams of that third map are, they're looking quite strong right now.
And that's with them completely fumbling the pistol in the second round force buy as well. It's been nothing but one-way traffic, really. Eternal Fire looking fantastic here on the T side of Inferno. They've had some fantastic results throughout the tournament. JL hoping that someone's sitting in the pit, but not to be the case. He'll go down with the blast as well. Well then, that was the full eco at the very least, we can say that. But Na'Vi can still win the half-handers. They can still recover this one and get 7 rounds. It's just the way they've been so convincing. Eternal Fire, already a decent haul on the T side here. Up against another weak buy. We've got an MP9 for Alexi B, a Famus for Imma. Currently sat on 6 kills, and his bits still MIA out there, 4 and 7. He bottom fragged on Mirage. Really need him to turn up at this stage. Eternal Fire are running rampant here on the T side of Inferno.
Oh, I like this. Woxic
Heating up a pizza right now.
There, but he wasn't quite able to land a shot.
Set an alarm for 9 minutes.
Still, I want to see them try and flex here a little bit. Show some different colors. Been a lot of his Centaurus trying to enter on Banana, and that's fine. But yeah, if you can switch it up and throw the EWP in first, then why not? And now the forward position towards the middle again. They really want to control this top mid position. And they need to, right? They can't really let Eternal Fire have both Banana and top mid. Double setup in the A apartments. Oh, this can work. Looks like they are going to get the chance to flex a little bit. Oh, they all missed the shot.
Oh dear.
That is not how that is supposed to play out.
Double peak from either side of the apartments there, and certainly Eternal Fire coming out on top. It's going to be a man deficit once again for Na'Vi. Wonderful, wounded, but knows he has to deliver here.
We gotta lock in, boys.
Holds towards top and middle, at least some valuable information relayed to his team, but he's only really good for one kill here. He'll be swarmed and taken down as soon as he fires off his AWP and he's low. They've stacked the B bomb site. It's the wrong call, Anders.
Yes, it is. All of the back are wonderful. It's a strong shot to begin with, but the pressure will keep on coming. They're right down above him as well. One more. All bullet connecting. And now the pressure's really on here. Flash comes through. Oh, he doesn't get the no-scope. They needed him again. 4 seconds left on the clock, barely, and it's just going to be the round here. Madra, he can't find the bomb in time. Na'Vi will win the round to time alone.
Crazy.
Wonderful save today.
Yes.
Holds his nerve. Hits the vital shot. Buys them some time, falls back. It could have been a glorious sequence if he got no scope towards the pit as well. But it was more than enough to win the round. Time was of the essence. You could see 20 seconds when he got the initial frag. Second one, had to find the kill on Calyx, and then matchup, nothing he could do. No time to plan. But they start to bounce back here. It's going to be the first tactical timeout for Eternal Fire.
Come on, bruh.
Resource will be a bit of a question mark now after Magic got dropped after time. Got no extra money there, so this is going to discuss their options. It's already been a very successful T-side campaign, even with those difficult opening rounds, losing the pistol, and then to that second round force buy as well to a huge JL clutch.
They just look so determined in what they're doing, Eternal Fire, but the problem is, you're right, if you run out of money, then you can have all the strats that you want. It's not going to make a big difference here.
So what's the play? Is it a partial buy? It looks to be the case. And that's absolutely fine. You've got a few more rounds to go. 5 is already pretty decent. And you've got every chance to win this one as well. Deep smoke once again, allowing the CTs to have a little bit more wiggle room at the start of the round. It will be Bids just investigating second middle to jump across to the spot much. Wonderful, the AWP changing up his position over towards the B side of the map now. Boosted up on half wall, very powerful position, good for 1 kill, drop off. Very difficult to dislodge in this sort of round. Massive grenade, Madja. Ouch. Pretty much max damage at that one. Like I said, wonderful if he misses the shot, not a huge deal, but he's not missing much today whatsoever. In-game leader down. 4 players remain for the Turks. They've still got a couple of smokes here. 4 flashes in total. Smoke might actually allow them to just pop through this with a cheeky flash. There's the flash. Yeah, so that smoke was exactly what they wanted to drop at this stage, but still should be fine. They've allowed them to get to the top of Banana though.
Relocating, here's Alexi. He can't land a kill. Save his life for the moment. The orb in the back of the bomb site. And here comes trouble. All the pistols in front. Wonderful, doing whatever he can. Grams more.
Oh my God.
Here's Ace them to save the day for Na'Vi.
It might not have been simple, Anders, but it certainly was wonderful. He saves them once again. It looked like they were done for. A horrific smoke at the bottom of Banana actually gifted space over to Eternal Fire at that stage. They pushed through. They swarmed the bomb site. Tech-9s absolutely lethal at that range, but the USP mows them down. Nothing but headshots delivered. That's wonderful, ties things up. 5-5 now. Penultimate round of this first half. Na'Vi are back online. Money still not perfect, and as you can see, a distinct lack of utility on the T side now. A Galil in hand to Wicardia. And this map of Inferno just got interesting. That was the moment. I would call it GG at that stage. They win with Tech-9s there. I don't see Na'Vi recovering.
No. I mean they're going to want to pressure Alexi again. They're beating him with whatever they have right now. It doesn't really matter. They're winning it every single time. Oh, but this spray, that is lethal. Centaurus unable to escape. You said it. Na'Vi can still win the half. And that's what they're marching towards at the moment. Some trouble now for the Turkish squad, trying to see if they can recover themselves. Oh,
motherfucker.
Wonderful. What is he doing to this game? Alexi goes down yet again, and so does Wonderful. They finally found a way to kill him.
Okay, that turns the round on his head. Calyx is feeling it right now. He finds yet another headshot. They're tantalizingly low.
Carrying.
Holding the extremities and once again stealing the round away. Imma can't believe it. How have they thrown this round after a collateral kill was found by Wonderful? He couldn't do more for the squad. He's got 19 kills, but it never feels like it's enough. Calyx and Madja working in tandem here. Imma couldn't be further away. He has to give it a go.
Jails from your countries? That's fire, bro.
They're very low indeed.
That's fire
Madja,
as shit.
If he peeks as he's going down, he continues to find kill after kill. How have they done that? An absolute heist of a round.
The swings back and forth. The ace from Wonderful. This round should have been Na'Vi's every single time. But somehow they've managed to bring it back. Calyx and Madja with absolutely no health at all. He even lands the last shot, and now check a look at this, Henry. Into the 12th round we go. Wonderful on a Nova shotgun. They have nothing to fight with here, Na'Vi.
A Nova shotgun. You don't see many of those these days. Is it the weapon that saves the day? JL spotted, will drop little he has. A smoke towards Harpal, trying to fend him off. Push him into that shotgun, which currently waits towards the quad side of middle. Eternal Fire stealing the previous round away. Leaves Na'Vi with almost nothing here. Pistols and an SMG and Nova shotgun at the very top end of their buy. If they end up winning this round, Eternal Fire will be kicking themselves.
I used to root for Na'Vi.
This round is set up for them.
Not anymore.
They've already had enough giving up some of the early rounds. Don't give them this last one. Smoke up towards the corner of Arch. It's Molotovs trying to burn out the quad position. 50 seconds left, Bit. Getting dangerously close with that CSAT 75. He is one of the few players left that actually knows how to use it, so don't underestimate it. It's a rare weapon nowadays. 40 seconds. Oh, look at this. Information play coming in.
All right, hold on. I gotta go put my pizza in the oven.
Just with the 5-7 at the corner. All of the pressure on him. And Waxic to open it up. 30 seconds left. Alexi next in line, but he's going to fall back, and they're hearing the footsteps. They have to commit. There's no other way. 24 seconds. They've slowed this down so much. Now they're running the bomb back. Henry, this is madness.
Oh my goodness. The CZ, and CZ is not going to be quite enough. A bit will find at least one. 10 seconds now. Oh, the Nova shotgun Anders. It could steal it away. There's no chance to plant. If they stay alive on the other side of the map, I think it's done.
Yeah, they pick up the bomb. That's all it took.
Oh,
the Nova to the rescue. Another round for Na'Vi.
Okay. We said they'd be kicking themselves if they gave that round up. They actually played themselves towards the end. The bomb top of middle. With 10 seconds to go, the Nova shotgun just has to hit one single kill. It delivers. As Wonderful keeps the dream alive here on Inferno. We split it right down the middle. We go 6-6. Absolute pandemonium out there right now, ladies and gentlemen. Na'Vi back in this game. It's been back and forth, but I can't believe that's the way round number 12 is closed out.
It's going to be one of the most chaotic halves of Counter-Strike I've seen in a really long time. They split it right down the middle, 6-6 as we go into the second half now. Eternal Fire on the CT side. Copenhagen, let me hear you!
Let's get into this second half pistol, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a very technical buy from Na'Vi here. 2 smokes, Molotov, and 3 flashbangs. Decoy for good measure as well. As we see them enter the banana area, it's Bits leading the charge. Bomb down at T-Steps right now. Madja will tuck himself in behind the half walls. Antares providing the cover. And a flashbang from Calyx as well, I assume. Indeed. So as soon as they get contact, he flashes over and sets up the swing here. It's going to be down to Madja. He needs multiple frags. Great flashbang, but can't connect the dots. Now they know the third member there. They know that flashbang had to come from somewhere, and they'll continue their push.
Yeah, they've done the math. They know exactly what's going on.
Great smoke.
And a smoke off Calyx, just waiting for him.
Oh, JL, no.
And the shot. JL right before the smoke. And speaking of smoke, it's Waxic right through Alexi.
They might have thrown it, Anders.
Oh, no way.
They might have thrown it.
They've done everything right. Bit gonna finally plant that bomb. Can he do more? He found the double opening. They might have to call upon Bit to not just start the round, but close it off as well. Here comes the push for Eternal Fire. The retake is on. Ima with a nice shot, but is it enough here? Bit shot in the back, and now a 1 versus 1. Ima just hiding. That's all he has to do here. No way there's going to be a 10-second defuse. Wakadia knows he has to hunt him down. Hunt him at the top. And now he runs out. And that is the round. No more bullets to save the day. Na'Vi to take the lead.
Fuck you, Na'Vi.
What is going on here on Inferno? Both pistols now in the bag for Na'Vi. Each of them So chaotic, so difficult to call. It was looking so good for Na'Vi. They get the opening frags. You think it's a done deal. All of a sudden, they start leaping in front of the utility. JL opens himself up. Woxic gets the kill through the smoke. And the Julies, it will elude Ricardia. You don't see a reload required too often. But he didn't have the bullets remaining, and they're going to force buy back. Eternal Fire with the Scouts. 3 MP9s and a Calyx Eagle. Woxic, your team needs you. The only player in this roster to have performed at a major quarterfinal before.
Yes, and that was a long time ago.
Yes, indeed, back in 2018. Let's see whether he's got what it takes to at least inflict some damage, set up these SMGs, a huge round. Eternal Fire, they've looked like the better squad. They look like they're more comfortable on the map, but the rounds they're giving up are crazy.
I mean, I cannot believe that out of all the players that had to go down through the smoke to Woxic, it was Alexi.
Yeah.
He's had such a miserable time on Inferno. He's 2-11 right now. His team is winning, so you know he's doing something right, but my God, he'd probably love a great individual round for himself here.
Well, like
massive peak, that confirms it. You're going to the B-bomb side.
He was the lowest rated player in the elimination stage of the tournament.
Yeah.
Which says a lot. I know he's the in-game leader, but doesn't bode well, as we do see Maja. He had a fantastic performance in the elimination stage. Continues to keep him in this round at the very least. JL might have sealed the deal though. Woxic this time, no dice through the smoke, but still they continue to push. They're not done just yet. Lots of damage inflicted by Ricardia. But surely that's where it's all done.
This Deagle could get some very, very fast shots, but
nice
one. Happen. Bit clean connection to take down Calyx, and you're saving a scout. I guess you might as well. Doesn't feel that great. And what feels even worse is the fact that Na'Vi are going to take a 2-round lead here.
And it's a full eco coming up next. This was an ambitious force buy. Inferno, it does make sense. You can get the CZs, the SMGs,
God
the
damn.
Scouts. But if it doesn't work out, you're in a lot of trouble. An absolute gimme of a round coming up next here for Na'Vi. Just a few rounds away from the semi-finals here in Copenhagen. And I'll say it again, Eternal Fire have looked like the better team on Inferno. They've looked very comfortable.
Yes.
There's just some very bizarre rounds slip away. The pistols have eluded them, and they find themselves in an 8-6 deficit with a full eco up next. They'll invest lightly, Anders. They've got a Zeus and some Julies, but that is about it.
More bizarre rounds than we can count at the moment. Like, there's been so many. We're going to have to give a really deep recap on this entire game.
This ain't looking good for my pick'ems, I'm not going to
The
lie.
analysts got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they really do. The first
ain't
2
looking
rounds
good.
already suggested it was going to be a wacky game. Then you had the ace, then you had the Nova shotgun, you had the Collat kill from Wonderful, yet just madness all across the board.
Well, well, well. Surely, Na'Vi, a moment of respite here.
Oh, look at
A
that
clean
nice
round
smoke.
required, but the flashbang is going to be really difficult to deal with. Magic about to deploy it.
fuck?
Here it comes. A swing for Zantares. They've got this kill. They've got that kill, no problem. And Zantares with no body armor, though. Can he get a second? Not quite, but Magic is making things interesting. This isn't a
they're
foregone
just
conclusion
trading.
now. 3-on-3.
I think Calyx saw a player in second mid, so he might know that they're rotating back.
Well, they could still lose this.
They could, but he only
If
has
it
a
goes
USP.
down. Yeah, but he's got the Zeus as well, Anders.
Surely they're never going to get that close. Oh, the swing is
Oh my
in.
God.
Calyx with the
Fumbled there.
headshot. They cannot get the rifle. It was just out of arm's reach.
There's something going on with him today, and now with the Galil coming in towards the apartment position, they can definitely still lose this round. 100% they can
Come
still
on,
lose
bruh.
Yeah. Maja from the high ground. Oh, they're checking it though. He's in trouble and he's been shut down.
Damn.
Finally finding another kill in the round as well. Now he's starting to build this lead.
Oh no.
between this round.
Definitely
That
not.
much.
Not
Really
good,
nice setup, though. You
boys.
have to say the flashbang, the pop flash, more importantly from the coffin position, sets up Zantares to do a lot of damage with those Julies. They got a lot out of a little there. As we get into round number 16, I'm still not worried for Eternal Fire. They have looked comfortable in Inferno. If they can just stabilize now, convert a couple of these rounds,
Not
third map still
good.
very possible.
Yes, it is. So it's really, really late just to have this kind of a buy, right, for Eternal Fire. A lot of rounds already passed here in the second half.
Eternal Fire needs to lock it the fuck in.
Finally have some
Wonderful is
actual
shitting on
rifles
him
to
right
fight
now.
with. Woxic on the AWP.
He is shitting.
The trouble is in the utility department. Like we mentioned, retaking any of these bomb sites is tricky. If you have no grenades,
He's doing
It's
it.
not going to happen. And they're already using pretty much everything. Single smoke on Santaris. He's going to leave it behind for Magic to pick up. And Calyx with the Molotov. He's in the pit, so that's what they have. So Magic's going to be able to fall back and pick up the smoke and then put it down again. That's good. But that's all they have right now, Henry. They're practically out of grenades.
Magic, a lot to do here. Not a lot to work with. They'll have a single smoke remaining. Interesting boost here. Zantara's will be on top, trying to get some sort of vision. Doesn't get much for it, though. 40 seconds remaining here, and there's Alexi B with full banana control. Magic is trying to hold on to his smoke to the absolute last second. He's actually got a lot of mileage out of it. He won't want to push through that. He is alone, sure, but I think they just don't want to even have anything to do with this. It's a great trade coming in from JL. Bits finally showing some form here in Inferno as well. It's still not enough to win the round. Walker can hit this shot as the bomb is planted.
That is a critical kill, but they're in a little trouble still. They know there's no one flanking because Bit is holding that position, so they only have to worry about this one, a flash to set it up and a bit of a peek. They do not get the kill just yet. Oh, this is dangerous. JL really sacrificing himself, and it's wonderful to go down next. All on Bit as he gets the first couple of kills. Instant shutdown, a flash around the corner. He swings. He's
God damn.
And bullet by bullet, he has won the round.
That's the bit we know and love. Where has this guy been all series? A magnificent 1 versus 3. A round that looks stolen away once again by Eternal Fire. As he holds strong, perfectly played, denies him any chance of defusing the bomb. And now, Eternal Fire starting to spiral on their CT campaign. An absolute gut punch of a round to give away.
Lock it in.
And that should throw the money into disarray as well.
Lock in, Eternal.
You're right, though. Madra played it as well as you possibly can.
Yep, that 35-second deployment of the smoke is brutal.
Yes.
It's such a difficult situation to fight your way out of. You have to take a deep breath, push someone through, and hopefully get the trade. They got it. It was looking so good for a second. JL, you think the round is over. Big gets a kill towards the apartments as well. All of a sudden, those Antares and Calyx working in tandem. They get a couple of frags. Time is of the essence, and Bits. Right place at the right time. They knew he was coming in from Banana after his boiler room kill. And now it begs the question, what sort of fire do we have available? Not much of one. It's enough to win a round, but it'll be uncomfortable to say the very least.
Yo, if it goes to 11-7, I got Eternal winning.
Madge on the Deagle. If Na'Vi win this round, Anders, the 2-0 dream could be a reality.
I can't believe the scoreline is 10-6. Eternal Fire, they looked so competent at the start of it. Yes, they lost some very unfortunate rounds, and there were a couple of slips up that, you know, you could go back and criticize.
What a shot!
Okay, all right.
Sit down, Zantares.
Oh, JL, if you get this 1-2, that's the round. The last defending player at the B-bomb side is Maggio with just a Deagle.
BRB.
Putting some pressure on their side. Bit surely going to get overwhelmed here, at least traded.
Oh, hang on. Hang on, Anders. Oh, they were trying to find some space and punish the rotations, but they've actually got themselves in a very problematic scenario right now. 3 versus 2. Instead of just waiting and operating together, they tried to snatch the map control. And it's going to be a B finish here. Like you said, Madra at the back, but he's got the M4, he's got a flashbang as well. And he's going to allow them to have the bomb site. He doesn't want to go down with nothing here.
Oh, but look at the flank that's coming in. Woxic, I mean, he's closing the door on this one.
Oh, he's timed it perfectly.
One step ahead. Yes, he really has. You don't want to be too early, and you don't want to be too late.
Might even catch him before they even commit towards a bomb site. Yes, he'll spot one. He knows exactly what's going on. He's coming into his team. They'll have no idea. He's coming through the backtracks here. Great kill, make it a double. Eternal Fire. Finally, the luck landing on their side of the server after 2 opening frags from Na'Vi there. It's the partial buy that finds him success and keeps him alive on Inferno.
What kind of wizardry is that? He arrives precisely when he means to. Not an easy task. You miss the timing on that push. If you're a little bit too quick, maybe you get shut down, and then Magic is truly alone. You never know what's going to happen here. It's been nothing but wacky rounds so far in this game.
That's a clumsy one from Na'Vi.
Yes, a little bit. It's 10-7.
Like, they didn't have to commit to that push. They were just trying to close it out early. Instead of waiting, operating as a unit, players trying to find positional control. And they run into the stack. They lose everything. And it's going to have to be an eco here as well. Eternal Fire right back in this one now. Up against Hero AK. We've got Bits heavily invested. They're going to try and trade out a kill here. But Calyx lighting them up. He's on with the hat trick. Wonderful. Recover the AK-47. But Calyx is happy with that outcome. They've yet to give up a frag. Taking down 2 Na'Vi players, and they'll retreat back to the safety of the bomb site here.
Nicely done. If they get out of this one with all the rifles intact, that's huge. That's how you keep this economy building. Walkstick to take it down, landing a shot. You know, Henry, if you've been a connoisseur of Turkish Counter-Strike for a while, you knew that Calyx had this level. He just hasn't really shown it lately. He's got 20 kills. He is almost caught up to Wonderful. I don't know if that was on my bingo card for the night, Henry. I thought it was going to be Santaris. I thought it was going to be Wicardia.
Right.
But Calyx with a throwback performance, that is sick.
Yeah, you love to see it. He's delivering the goods right now, and the money is still battered and bruised for Na'Vi. They'll buy up. But it's an Alexi B Mac 10, a Tech 9 for bid after trying to get it done with the Hero AK. Speaking of heroes, we need Maja to step up. He's gone down with absolutely nothing. Imma taking light damage in the flames. Needs to be careful here. Wicardia, he's not alone in the B bomb site. Antares will join him as they don't want to slow down. Na'Vi wanting to take the fights here. Oh, so much damage inflicted, and knows Antares is painted into a corner. JL breaches the B bomb site. 5-on-2. Calyx and Voxic. There is absolutely nothing they can do about this one. It's Na'Vi operating with the Mac 10, the Tech 9, finding his opening kills and then punishing Antares. Huge recovery.
That is a classic B defense scenario. You're struggling to fall back. You want to throw down the smokes, but you also want the rifle out. It's all chaos. It's relentless pressure coming in from Na'Vi, and they absolutely make it work.
Maja caught his pants down there towards the sandbags.
Yeah.
Bit of a freebie. He didn't realize they could get so close. Corvus nades out. A couple of players went down with the grenades in hand. And that's going to be 2 players surviving. The money's actually okay for Eternal Fire. Bear in mind they won that partial buy, where they kept the money around $3,000 per player. So 2 surviving, sure, it's certainly not ideal, but there is at least a buy with the Voxic AWP. He has $9,000 in reserve as well. But that's still very clean for Na'Vi. They don't drop a single player, upgrading all of their SMGs and pistols into CT rifles now.
Pizza.
And the timeout been called. Eternal Fire, yes, they need it. They need it desperately right now. I must say, I'm starting to feel a bit nervous here. Time is running out for Eternal Fire to mount their comeback. It's a much more achievable comeback than it ever was on the opening map. But Na'Vi, I mean, they're powering through this one. Led right now by Wonderful, just hitting so many shots.
He was the man of the moment on Mirage as well. He was like 26 and 9 on one stage. What's going on here? Friendly Chicken back at the major. Trying to make a name for himself once again. It's a real throwback. Down he goes. Rest in peace. Round 20. Na'Vi on the hunt for series points. Looking to book themselves a place in the semi-final here in Copenhagen. Eternal Fire, like we said, plenty of money. That's not an issue here. This has to be a pretty much perfect game from here on out. Calyx, 20 kills. Been a beast top of middle. Now try their luck at the B bomb side once again. Maja, Antares working in tandem, holding onto the utility. Passive hold this time, nice incendiary. Slows them right down. And bear in mind, they don't have presence elsewhere on the map here, so they're looking to execute as soon as possible. A bit of presence shown from Bits. He's just going to be smoking down towards the outside, is trying to suggest still could be an A finish here.
But you're right, you don't want to be standing on banana for too long. And now they're going to pull the trigger.
Did they just push through? I think they are.
Oh, yes, they are into the Molotov. That's a lot of damage. And now they have to give it up anyway. They realize we can't keep going. The double pumping back into the bomb site. Maja getting finally traded here. But with 40 seconds left, now they are really being denied this bomb site. Bit trying to see if he can open it up. They have time to run back.
Oh, that's huge from Bits. And now Woxic under a ton of pressure here. HP not a factor. Bin's been spotted. Has to be the connection with the AWP. It's a P250 that somehow saved the day. 20 seconds remaining. Woxic misses another shot. He's given them positional control, but his teammates arrive in the nick of time, denying the plant. And Eternal Fire are still alive and well. Some way, somehow. The P250.
Did he shoot the bullet or just throw it at him? He had no time. He was back. That was such a ridiculous kill.
Oh, Bits, if he survives that one, if he held default, it was a done deal. He didn't anticipate the P250 to be drawn out. Literally the only way Woxic can save that situation. Hope he's low HP. Ridiculous. Absurd. And with Cardia, he'll rotate in, snatch it away. It felt like it was a done deal with Bits' position towards the arch side, finding Calyx on the rotation, opening up the A bomb site. Woxic missing, 2 or 3 orb shots there, but it's the P250 body shot that saves the day. Tactical timeout for Na'Vi. A moment's respite to catch their breath, control their emotions, because they're so tantalizingly close now to getting to the semi-finals, but a few bumps in the road. Round 21, money's okay, but it's certainly starting to be bled out. A couple of Galils will be presented here. If Eternal Fire win this round, they can still do this in regulation and take us to the 3rd map of Nuke. The game's on a knife's edge right now. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Round number 21 is a real big deal here.
You're absolutely right. On a knife's edge, every single decision you make here, and you are also right, that timeout, get the emotions under control. That is how you lose a game right now. If suddenly you're flustered, you're running in, you're not ready, you don't need that right here. Calyx puts up the grenade, but it will not make a difference. Imma finds him.
Do they commit on
The
this?
mist, he's going to be able to pick it up, and now they want to go for it. They pull the trigger on the A-bomb side. A grenade catches Imma before he can get into the pit. Woxic, you need one more. It's not going to come through. This is looking dangerous.
They're going to go for it though, Anders. Antares knows these are the sort of rounds that he's destined to win. AK-47 in hand, decent utility, stifling towards Wonderful. Takes a ton of damage here. They need to work it out now. Are they going for this? Almost certainly, with the bomb ticking at some pace. Antares needs the open up.
Setting up for it, crouching on in. His gun barrel nearly showing Alexi up at the grave. He picks up a headshot on Alexi. It is unbelievable. JL alone, all of a sudden put to the test. And now inside of the smoke, he sprays the entire horizon to find the kill and put Na'Vi one step closer to the semi-final.
If anything, the Galil was the perfect weapon for the job. 35 bullets available. It comes down to a couple of bullets either way. Woxic absolutely everything to keep the dream alive there. The reason was looking fantastic. Antares got into that Terminator mode. And JL, it's not pretty, but it does secure.
I literally had Na'Vi winning this, and then I changed my picks, bro. That's crazy.
One more will do it. And it's the MP5, Anders?
Yes,
the MP5 has been deployed?
Jesus.
What is going on out there? It makes some noise. This could be the final round. What an epic series it's been. Is it the MP5 that can close things out? Right here, right now. The money is broken. If they were going to close it, Anders, it has to be here. No Otherwise, question. We're going to overtime again. Financial advantage for Eternal Fire. Another wacky round up against us.
Look at the setup here. I think they're going to signal A. And if they go back to the B bomb site, it'll once again be the captain of the Turkish squad, Maja, right now alone on an island. They picked up the bomb here. Let's see, they might have changed their minds, but for a minute it looked like they dropped the bomb back and we're gonna maybe try and make for a quick retreat. Here we go. Flash around it, but Woxic. Critical shot to open up the round with as Imma gets exploded. Just 35 seconds left. Calyx real close now with the MP9. Perfect position for this kind of weapon.
What's the play here, Andy? You've got 20 seconds. The MP5, it's going to find the kill. Callis goes down. Woxic, 16 HP. It has to be Wakadia. He needs to deliver on all fronts. Flashbang's being delivered, and the MP5 with a double. Woxic once again to be tested. He needs multiple frags. Surrounded. Is this enough? 3 versus 2. The bomb will go down, and Maja and Zantara to save the day once again. They have no utility. Nothing to speak of in terms of the backstab. There's a kid available, but it looks like Na'Vi might have done enough here.
I can't believe it. The MP5.
Wonderful, no!
Back to the deep history of Counter-Strike. Maja with a shot in the back, but he does go down. Centauros will fall.
Motherfucker.
To bring the chaos to Copenhagen and the pain to Eternal Fire.
I knew I shouldn't have changed my picks.
These quarterfinals keep on delivering. What a fantastic series. It could have gone either way. Some of the craziest rounds you're ever going to see in professional Counter-Strike gifted to us here in the quarterfinals. It's Na'Vi going up 2-0, but Eternal Fire have stolen our hearts. What a great run they had here in Copenhagen. The first time a Turkish team has made it to the playoffs. They couldn't get it done here today, but what a run they've had, Anders.
No question about it. No one can doubt it. They were the dark horse of the tournament, and they showed up. They nearly did the comeback to open with, and they could have definitely won this map. They can hang with the very best in the world. That's what they've proven here tonight. What a display from this Turkish squad.
So close, but yet so far. Both pistols going against them. So many crazy, crazy rounds each and every time. But Na'Vi hold their nerve, and I can't believe I'm saying it. It's a double kill from the MP5 to save the day in the apartments. I've never said that in 10 plus years of commentary. And what a time for it to arrive. Bits looked like he was down and out in this series, but he certainly came to life. And we've got a very happy JL down with James Banks on the stage.
That's right, it is a very happy JL. And, well, you found the mark this time, you know? You went for a little early wander before this game. Mine was elsewhere.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see the entrances before, and I didn't listen to the guys speaking. So I thought we were gonna go here and then back, just like at the Paris Major. But it wasn't like that.
Was this why you were a bit slow to start when it came to the opening game, right? It was a bit of just a wonderful show only on Mirage, and then you guys had to claw it back after an amazing start. What the hell happened?
I was a little embarrassed. I had to come back a little bit, but we got warmed up and we won this as a team.
You did win it as a team, but this wasn't the prettiest of Counter-Strike across both maps here. You got the win, you got the job done, but you must know that this was a bit too close.
It was too close for sure, but it's nice we got the win, and we know what we're going to expect for the semifinals.
We were seeing shotguns from Wonderful, we were seeing MP5s from Bit. This is just a new style you wanted to add?
Alex is going to use the negative next, trust me.
I don't believe you for 1 second there, mate, but I will say, when it comes to looking at this crowd, right, and how much support the Na'Vi Nation get with it, you must feel pretty good. You want to say anything to these guys?
It was crazy. Thank you all for your support. You're fucking amazing, and I love you. Mwah!
And lastly, I'll ask you. I will ask
Son
you
of a
this.
bitch.
You made top 4 at the major for your first major last time around. You've done it again, but how confident are you that this RV can go a step further than you've ever been?
We're here with a better roster, better players, better game leader, and we're going to go to the finals for sure.
For sure. Well, the Royal Arena will be very happy to see that. Guys, Na'Vi have made it to the semi-finals.
Yes, they have indeed. Joining me on the desk, Blair and Pimp. Obviously, we have to wrap this up somewhat succinctly, but an amazing game. I want to start by talking about Eternal Fire. We've got lots of time to pour the plaudits on Na'Vi. But I mean, look, they were in that game. They were in that series, top 8 at a major. They had an incredible presence from the fans here. And as we've seen from the watch parties and everything else, you know, Turkish Counter-Strike, I don't think this is a one and done. I don't think this is a flash in the pan. I think this is the start of something that's going to add so much to the global nature of our game.
I 100% agree. There's nothing to be ashamed of for EF whatsoever when you look at the campaign they've had at the major. Making it to the playoff, as you said, at the first Turkish team ever in history of Counter-Strike. That's a massive scalp to the shoulders as well. You look at this game and you think they had opportunities. They could have won Mirage. They definitely could have remained a little more competitive on Inferno. There was a way where EF could have booked a spot into the semi-final. Of course, right now, in this very moment, they're going to look at some of those rounds. They're going to look at some of those situations, especially on Mirage, where they felt we could have done it. We probably should have won, but at the end of the day, in a couple of days when they get home, they should be super, super proud of what they've achieved here in Copenhagen.
Today's going to be sad for them. Today's going to be sad for Channel 5. It's going to be sad for the fans. But 100% echo the sentiments. They should walk away with their heads held high. They've slayed so many big teams to make it here to the playoffs, and they remain competitive. A couple of mistakes that the second round of JL retake on the 8 bombs that comes to mind. The final round of the first half when they went for the last minute rotation comes to mind. And by the way, if Wonderful wasn't having the game of his life here on the stage, it could have potentially been a 3-mapper or even a 2-0 for the higher if you ask me.
That was absolutely fucking tragic, brother.
It's only going to elevate you overall.
Yeah. Tragic.
That they have lit the fire in amongst the Turkish scene is something they should absolutely be proud of.
I think that's the ultimate compliment, right?
What's Only Pixel got to say about it? What does Oni have to say?
Lol. Actually, when is it coming out? I want to see it. I want to see it now.
This is a game where he was almost costing Na'Vi rounds, almost costing them the victory.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
$100 back instantly when a TurboTax full service expert files
Man.
March 31st. At Metro, get a new iPhone 12 with 5G. Take amazing pictures and share instantly. You don't take yada yada in life? Don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get a new iPhone 12 with 5G for only $99.99. Only at Metro.
Incredible series, you know, it's phenomenal, especially for such a young player. We keep hopping on his back and stepping in for the great one. Massive, gargantuan shoes to fill, and he continues to deliver. He's doing his best simple impression possible, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look, the superlatives are going to get poured on him for some time after
Man.
the series. But look, when you look at the scoreboard and you see him, you know, get a lot of kills, you go, okay, well, you know, it's just classic analysts. They're just yapping. He was top of the scoreboard, so you say he had a good game, and that's it. And we all get showered in riches, and our job's so easy. Here's the reality. This guy didn't just have a pop-off game in terms of production. He had an impact game as well. He did it when he had the AWP. Didn't have the AWP? Okay, give me a rifle. I'll see what I can do. Multi-kills, pistol rounds, getting kills, impacts. This was the most comprehensive and complete performance he's had since joining RB, and it's on the biggest stage.
It's on the biggest stage, and that is what impresses me the most, right? You're looking at a lot of these younger kids coming in, younger players.
Shotguns as well, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, Blair. All the guns.
Basically the Nova, right, which Simple was wielding for a while at the very end of CSGO. But listen, I think the flowers are going to come his way as well. It's just a great performance overall. But I have to echo what he said. The calling coming off from Alexi B, shades of what we saw on Nuke against G2, I think is really coming to his own as an IGL for this particular team, in fact. So yeah, overall a great showing. And if you're Wonderful, you can only get better.
I think most people probably don't listen to what we say, right? But when we came into the game, we kind of did say that Na'Vi is now relying on the synergy between the players, the foundation, the team play. It's not about the individuals anymore. You look towards JL as well. The impact he found in this
When
game.
is this,
Clutches, one on Mirage, that is a game
when's this G2 game?
And this one on Inferno as well, where he's saving LXCP from having the worst fail of his career, couldn't shoot Santaris in the back of his head, and then JL comes in with a 1v2. You have everyone chiming in. We look towards Emma saying that he's been struggling coming into this game. He's been the third worst rated player in the entire tournament, being in star roles. Well, guess what? T-Side Mirage found an awful lot of impact. Inferno as well, he was the top fragger for the community, together with Wonderful as well. You can look at every single player, every single element within Na'Vi, and they all showed up at a certain moment in the game today.
And look, because we talk about things peripheral to just the game, I want to say, I've got to give massive credit to the Na'Vi organization. I think they've handled the Simple situation excellently. I think Simple, we all saw he wasn't the same player he was. He was suffering from burnout. He did need a break. They built this international roster, and some people raised some eyebrows about, you know, can this player live up to the standard of the previous lineup? Some people aren't in good form. And then Simple's just been in the background. Maniac described him the other day as the Grim Reaper. He could take your spot in this team at any time. He just gets the side out, that's mine. And because he's so well known, he's got this incredible ability. But we've also seen him as a rifler, and it's going to take him time to learn that role. He doesn't want to AWP in CS2, and so that's a motivating factor. So Na'Vi have managed to min-max incredibly with what could have been a situation that would have broke lesser orgs and lesser teams.
Especially, and I think it's harkens back to what Blade mentioned in an interview where he was like, I actually would be expecting us to reach the top 4 of the major.
Sure.
I don't know.
I doubt. I'm like, surely, that's a pretty high expectation, so to speak. But they've done it now. And as JL said right now, once you've got to the semifinals, the only other step is
an hour.
Right?
I mean, that's the thing. For me, the conversation changes.
An hour before the next game, bro.
Obviously, being in the semifinal of the major, there's a world where they go to the final.
Jeez.
The major with how they're playing right now. It's not likely, but they still showed up. For my money, it's not about whether or not Simple is coming back into this lineup. If Na'Vi want to change a player with the roster, everyone else is looking at Na'Vi now, thinking, okay, this international gamble you did with Blade, remaining the coach, with LXB coming in as an in-game leader, it's actually working out for them. You now looking at Na'Vi as a team where other players would like to join them. If you're a star player on a lesser-known team, you would want to join Na'Vi right now.
Brother,
2 months ago, 3 months
an
ago,
hour?
we weren't quite sure where this project was going. So maybe Simple is waiting out.
What
there
the
a lot of
fuck?
With talent as well, who are now looking towards Na'Vi, thinking maybe I can snatch that spot from Emma in case they want to change it. But for now, in a semi-final, we have to respect that, and they still have a possibility of going to the final.
Well, I mean, the incredible thing that could happen is, Na'Vi could win the tournament, and then surely the simple question at that moment in time becomes totally academic.
I think it would be absolutely incredible, but there is a world. I mean, you're talking about the brackets, thanking Lucky Stars. They're on the lower side of the bracket, and it's not on the upper side where you had FaZe, you have Vitality, and these guys, and Spirit as well. So yes, there is always a chance, but if it pulled it off, it would be one of the most miraculous runs we've ever seen, especially at this high level of competition.
Never say never, though. Never say never, though. You know what happened after the Paris major? Dupree winning his 5th major? Well, I guess he wasn't good enough to continue with that 9-0.
Yeah,
so
and the real question then,
well, there we go.
the real question to wrap it up is with the Na'Vi that we've seen today, let's assume it is playoff level Na'Vi we're going to see going forward. How do they match up against the other teams still in the tournament?
I mean, I think there's a realistic shot for them to make every game they participate in so far competitive. Whether they're playing G2 or Mars later on in the semi-final, I think they'll remain competitive. I did see certain things today I didn't like. Obviously, LXB, from an individual productivity standpoint, he needs to step it up. He can't fail some of the shots that he was failing, almost costing his team's rounds in that regard. A bit of a liability on the CT side as well. But apart from that, I think Na'Vi stepped it up. I think they played better here in the playoff, and if they continue that upward trajectory, getting more experience, Emma is showing up again, I can't say that Na'Vi doesn't have a chance of making the final.
I think there were a lot of no's being shown there in that game. While it was exciting, it was fun, there were a lot of mistakes being shown by
Alright,
teams.
alright.
Bit, for example, he wasn't really, he did
Well,
but there were definitely stress being
I'll be
present
back.
in that server. JL took a while to wake up as well. So one thing we know about his team is all these
When,
players, they have been able to deliver in the arena in the past. It was wonderful for me, was a bit of a question mark.
I'll be back when